Okay, so muli ako si Sir Line para i-discuss sa inyo ang sum of the terms of a geometric sequence or a geometric series including the unknown parts. Okay, so let's start. To find the sum of the first n terms, so we have two cases. Okay, so case 1, if the last term is not given, so ito ang magiging formula natin. S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r. Sa case number 2 naman, if the last term is given, so ito ang magiging formula natin. S sub n is equal to a sub 1 minus a sub n times r all over 1 minus r. Where a sub 1 is the first term, a sub n is the last term, r is the common ratio, n is the number of terms, and s sub n is the sum of the first n terms. So we have example number 1. Find the sum of the first 8 terms of the sequence 1, 4, 16, 64, and 256. So anong case kaya ito? Wala ang last term. Okay? So case number 1, since the last term is not given. So ang formula natin ay S sub n is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r. Okay, ano nga ba ang mga given? So we have a sub 1 is equal to 1, n is equal to 8.
Then the common ratio, second term divided by the first term. So 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4.
Okay, so ayan yung mga given natin. Then, solution. So, copy the formula and substitute all the given values. So, S sub 8 equals 1 first term times 1 minus 4 raised to 8 all over 1 minus 4. So, what is 4 raised to 8? So, unahin natin yan. Then, 4 raised to 8 is 65,536. Okay? Then, copy na lang yung ibang given values. Pagkatapos nyan, 1 minus 65,536 times 1 is equal to negative 65,535, and 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 3. Then simplify natin. So S sub 8 equals 21,845, or the sum of the first 8 terms of the sequence is 21,845. For example number 2, find the sum of the first 15 terms of geometric sequence whose first term is 2, the last term is 3,278, and the common ratio is negative 2. So ano kayang formulang gagamitin natin? Since given ang last term, so ang formula ay ito, yung walang parenthesis. Okay? So S sub n is equal to a sub 1 minus a sub n times r all over 1 minus r. So, ano nga ba ang mga given? So, we have a sub 1 is equal to 2. A sub n is equal to 3,278. Ang n natin ay 15. At ang r natin is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, solution. Solve natin. So, copy the formula. Then substitute all the given values. So, we have S sub 15 is equal to 2 minus 3,278 times negative 2 all over 1 minus negative 2. So, unahin natin yung nasa taas. Okay? Multiply natin ang 3,278 times negative 2. So, we have negative 6,556. Then, 2 minus negative 6,556 over 1 minus negative 2. So, yung parehas negative, magiging plus yan. Okay? So, ang mangyayari, 2 plus 6,556 is 6,558, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Tapos, i-divide natin. So, mangyayari is 2,186. So, the sum of the first 15 terms of geometric sequence is 2,186. Okay, sa mga next example naman. Solving for the unknown parts in the geometric sequence or the geometric series. Ano nga ba yung mga yon? So we have the a sub 1 of the first term, r is the common ratio, and yung n, the number of terms. Okay? So example number 3. What is the first term or a sub 1 of a geometric sequence if the sum of the first 6 terms is 728 and the common ratio is 3? Okay? So case number 1, since the last term is not given, so ayan formula natin. So, ang mga given, a sub 1, ayan ang nawawala. Ang n is equal to 6, r is equal to 3, at yung s sub n is equal to 728. Okay? So, solve natin. So, solution, copy the formula, then substitute all the given values. We have 728 is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus 3 raised to 6 over 1 minus 3. And 3 raised to 6 is 729. And 1 minus 729 is negative 728. And 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So, from 728 equals a sub 1 times 364. So, gagamit tayo ng multiplication property of equality. So, mag-multiply tayo both side ng 1 over 364 para makancel itong 364. So, sa kabilang side, 1 over 364 times 728 is equal to 728 over 364. Then, simplify natin yan. So, 728 divided by 364 is equal to 2. So, ang ating first term ay 2. Okay? So, the first term of the sequence is 2. Example number 4. What is the common ratio or yung R of a sequence if the first term is 3, last term is 192, and the sum of the first 7 terms is 381? Okay? So, given yung last term. So, case number 2 ang gagamitin natin, yung formula. So, what are the given? Or the given values? Okay? So, we have a sub 1, we have 3, n is equal to 7, s sub n is equal to 381, a sub n is equal to 192, at ang hinahanap natin, yung common ratio. Okay? So, solve natin to. So, ang solution natin, copy the formula, and substitute all the given values. We have 381 is equal to 3 minus 192r all over 1 minus r. Okay? So, after that, multiply natin both side by 1 minus r. Yung sa kabilang side muna tayo. So, makakancel yung 1 minus r. So, may iwan is 1 minus r times 381 is equal to 3 minus 192r. Next is, distribute natin yung 1 minus r. So, 1 minus r times 381 is 381 minus 381r. Okay, then copy lang yung nasa kabilang side. Pagkatapos nyan, applyan natin ng addition property of equality. So, unahin natin yung 3. Since positive 3 siya, magdagdag tayo ng negative 3 both side. At yung negative 381r, magdagdag tayo both side ng plus 381r sa magkabilang side yan. So, pwede na natin tanggalin yung negative 381r plus 381r. So, cancel na natin yan. Pwede na rin tanggalin yung 3 plus negative 3. So, wala na rin yan. So, that is 0. Then, solve natin yung 381 plus negative 3. So, that is 378 equals negative 192r plus 381r is equal to 189r. So, gagamit ulit tayo ng multiplication property of equality. So, that is 1 over 89. Multiply natin both sides. So, tanggal na yung 189. Then, ang matitira is 378 over 189 is equal to r. Therefore, ang common ratio natin, or the common ratio of the sequence is equal to 2. For example, number 5. How many terms, or n, does a geometric sequence have if the first term is 1, the common ratio is 3, and the sum of the terms is 364. So, hindi given ang last term. Okay? So, since the last term is not given, ito ang formula ang gagamitin natin, yung may parenthesis. Okay, ano nga ba ang given? So, a sub 1, we have 1. S sub n is equal to 364. R is equal to 3. and yan yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So, ito ang solution. Copy the formula. Then substitute all the given values. So we have 364 is equal to 1 times 1 minus 3 raised to n all over 1 minus 3. So this time, unahin natin yung 1 minus 3. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Then multiply natin both sides by negative 2. Para ma-eliminate natin yung negative 2 na nasa baba. Then comparehin na lang natin yung 1 times 1 minus 3 raised to n. Tapos i-multiply natin yung nasa kabilang side. We have negative 2 times 364 is equal to negative 728. Then, yung 1 times 1 minus 3 raised to n, pwede na natin tanggalin yung 1. So, may iwan is negative 728 equals 1 minus 3 raised to n. Gamit ulit tayo ng addition property of equality. So, add tayo ng negative 1 both side. So, para mawala yung 1 plus negative 1. At yung negative 728 plus negative 1 is negative 729. Then, copy natin yung negative 3 raised to n. Since parehas silang negative, mag-multiply tayo ng negative 1 both side para mawala yung negative sign. So, magiging 729 is equal to 3 raised to n. At yung 729 is equal to 3 raised to 6. Okay? So, parehas na silang 3 yung base. So, kapag ganito, ang gagawin natin is copy na lang yung exponent or i-equate natin yung exponent. So, ang mangyayari is 6 equals n. Okay? So, meron na tayong value ng n. So, there are 6 terms in the given geometric sequence. So, that's all for now. Thank you so much. Grade 10.
Salamat, Master.